Shalom everybody and welcome to Regah Bivrit. We are in Parashat Chémini in Sefer Va'ikra. I hope that all of you have had a blessed Pesach season. This is an important portion this week because the Torah speaks to us in two extreme paradoxes. In chapter 9, we read about the glory of the Lord that fall upon the children of Israel. And we see this expression that is used here, Kavod Adonai, sometimes translated as glory, but the word Kavod actually related to the weight of Adonai. The word Kavod comes from the word Kaved, which actually means in Hebrew liver, like your organ, the liver, and the weight of the Lord. If you know anything about the human body, you know that the liver has the weight of the entire body upon it to process the blood, to process all the other organs. They're all dependent upon the liver, and that's where we get the word kaved, the weight of the Lord. But in chapter 10, the main text for today's discussion, we are seeing the tragic death of Nadav and Avihu, the two sons of Aaron, Kohen Gadol, and that's exactly where I would like to pick up the conversation with you in chapter 10, verse 1. It says, "Va'ikhu b'nei Aaron, Nadav Avihu, ish matachto, מחטתו, ויתנו בהן אש, וישימו עליה קטורת, ויקריבו לפני אדוני אש זרה, אשר לא ציווה אותם." A very interesting passage on the day of the inauguration of Aaron the high priest. It says that the two sons of Aharon, Kohen Gadol, went inside the Holy of Holies, and they brought before God what's called Esh Zara. The sin that there was committed is the question here. The Torah does not tell us what was the sin of Nadav and Avihu, but we can get a bit of a clue from the text. The word in Hebrew, zar, it's not represented just a strange fire, as you see in your translation, but it's represented something that is foreign to Hashem. The word zar means something that is foreign, but then the second part of the verse, it says, Asher lo tziva otam. They brought something that God has not commanded them to give. And for that, we're learning an important principle. At times, even if our intention, even if our kavanah, even if our heart is to serve God and to bless God, the sages of Israel said that their intention was to bring the Geulah, to usher the Geulah. But if we do things that God does not obey, and from our own flesh, those things not only not going to help us and to the community around us, but they also have the potential to harming us. And this is something that we have to remember, that the Torah that is given to the children of Israel on Chorev come from the word Chorban, destruction. The mountain of destruction is also mean chorev from the context of the word cherev. Cherev means sword. You see, churban, chorev, destruction. Cherev mean sword. The Torah can bring both the sword of Adonai and the destruction of Adonai at the same time. And what it is dependent upon, it's dependent upon the way we are entering into Mount Chorev. God says to Moshe, be ready on the second tablets. Be prepared to be the vessel who can carry it. And in the first tablets, he says to Israel, be ready. And you see, that is the most important thing for us to take upon ourselves. If the vessel is not ready to carry Torah, to spread Torah, the same vessel will destroy him. It's like holding a hot pan in your hand. If you don't have the proper gloves, the pan, although I have wonderful food, going to end up destroying you and burning your finger. And everybody have to understand that that's what took place in Judaism. Nadav and Avihu considered mothers. They're considered the highest saints, and they are those highest saints. But at the same time, they were not a vessel that was able to carry this complete tikkun. And here the Lord speak, and that was the real issue. So now let's understand what's the real issue with Nadav and Avihu. We find the answer actually in verse 3. Vayomer Moshe el Aaron. It's interesting that Moses speak to Aaron rather to his people, because Aaron is absolutely devastated at this point. Hu asher diber Adonai לאמור, בקרבי אקדש ועל פניי כל העם אכבד. וידום אהרון. Aaron went and bled inside. The word yadom means to be silent, but inside the word yadom we see the Hebrew word dam, blood. And Aaron bled inside, and he let, as Yeshua teaches us, the dead bury the dead. So what was the issue with Nadav v'Avihu? It says here, Bekirbi ekadesh, which means I want to be the one who sanctified the people. What a lesson for us today. You see, Nadav and Avihu wanted to sanctify the people. But God says you are taking upon yourself a job above your pay grade. And because of that, they've been destroyed. This is an important lesson for us today. Before we go and do the big tikkunim in the world around ourselves, make sure that you are set apart. As you set apart and you are holy, Hashem will allow you to make bigger tikkunim in the world around us. This is, friends, the Regah Bivrit for this week. God bless you and Chag Sameach.